G'day mate and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, JD. So, we've got a fairly self-sufficient base at this point. Everything's ticking along fairly nicely, but we really need to look at exploring. And at the same time, I want to look at the printer pod, because now we can print not only duplicates, but other items. And for the sake of today, I'm just going to print the nutrient bar, because why not? Which will reset the printing pod 3 cycles before it next prints. Hopefully they... yep, bars can go down into the fridge, so hopefully somebody will pick them up and sweep them into the fridge. Oh, we've added a new priority as part of the Quality of Life Update 2, because the Quality of Life Update 2 has officially been released, which, when you click this, it automatically turns on emergency mode, so people stop sleeping and everything else, and the item gets done now. So this episode, I want to explore, okay? That's really something we need to look at doing. We've got a hatch farm, we've got food, we've got med beds, we've got everything we sort of need to keep moving. But I want to explore, and I want to explore in a safe way, because we don't have exosuits yet, so we can't deal with the really high germ counts, because somebody will get sick if we go digging through high germ count areas. So I want to up the priority a little bit, and I want to actually, let's start up here. Okay, so this is abyssalite. Abyssalite is a thermal barrier between two zones, okay? And you see it's fairly efficiently stopping the higher heat moving into this lower heat area. So wherever possible, you want to avoid digging through these two areas. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a duplicate highway across here. And as long as I dig at this angle, the duplicates can run. Probably 8. The duplicates can jump up. What's this? Igneous rock. Igneous rock, probably 8. Right there. As long as I dig at this angle, the duplicates can sort of jump up this area. We do need to dig out that so they can jump over and out. Same time, germ overlay. So that's one. Oh, there's a bit of germs there. Yeah, that's slime. As long as it goes down, it's put into storage. It should be okay. But yeah, that'll take us to the northwest. At the same time, I want to do one going to the east. And we're just going to dig that solidly out. We're going to turn on the germ overlay, because I find that's the best way to sort of try and path through zones. I want to avoid coming in contact with that slime, if at all possible. And again, I want to start from the other end. Probably 8 still. I'm just going to dig straight across there. This is all very, very icky, slimy stuff, so I want to avoid that one. And then we'll come down here and we'll do one. Oh. So that's neutronium. That is completely undiggable. Yeah, that's a hardness of... You can see that bottom number, hardness 2, very soft, 50, very firm, soft, firm. This is 255. It cannot be dug through. That actually means that's a geyser right there. I don't know what type of geyser, because we haven't uncovered it. But it actually means I want to priority 9 that, because I want to know what it is before we fully unbury it. Come on, dupes. Nobody? Is it nap time? Yeah, it's that time. Oh, it's a leaky oil fissure. Okay, so we're going to analyze that, which means a dupe can come down here and check it out. And a geyser is 4 tiles wide and 4 tiles tall. So even though I can't physically see it, as long as I hover the mouse in the right spot, I can click on it. And that has nothing to do with the sandbox mode or anything else we've turned on. That's just how it is. We can see we're digging through here fairly efficiently. There'll be a couple of dupes and we'll just dig our way through. Getting air out here will become an issue. Probably made worse over time. We want an airflow tile. 2 there. 2 there. 2 there. 2 there. That's a farm. I didn't want any of this priority 8. Priority 5 is good enough. Change all those down to get that one and that one as well. So yeah, oxygen will become a problem. As you can see, we're working our way further into either polluted oxygen or a complete vacuum. They can hold their breath for a certain amount of period. And that's really the principle we're going to work on for the moment. Hold your breath, guys. You'll be fine. So this is chlorine, 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 which we can dig into, but I don't really want to expose the base to it. Okay. So let's go... Now, gas can't move through a corner tile, so that still isolates this area from our little path. Down here, it will expose it, and I'd like to see more of the area before we dig that out. It should be just this tiny area, so it should be fine. So, that's that direction. Really? Nobody. So it's overpressurized because it's still buried. Look, we're going to want oil, so I might as well... Comes out at really, really, really hot. Okay, we're going to leave that one. We're going to leave that... yeah, we're going to leave that for another time. We're going to concentrate on digging and exploring. Ah, okay, it's a security door. Alright. Take out those 2 bits of sand. As you can see, our oxygen is slowly filling in the area. You know, micrograms of polluted oxygen is not enough for us to breathe. But yeah, oxygen will slowly fill the area, which means it's less that our dupes have to run back and forth to breathe again. And when somebody comes and fills in these airflow tiles, it means the carbon dioxide should be able to fall out. We're going to... Carbon dioxide normally ends up... Farms normally end up getting covered in some sort of gas, okay? And ideally, you want to have some sort of airflow tile to let out gases. The catch is if you let out the carbon dioxide, you also have a risk of letting in natural gas, and it's a constant competition. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. At the moment, I'm going to be happy with our carbon dioxide sitting here. Unfortunately, it flows to the right, and really the only thing I can do is put in an airflow tile here, an airflow tile, airflow. Well, actually, not even airflow, because really we need our polluted oxygen, our carbon dioxide to come down here to get scrubbed by our algae terrariums. So at the moment, we're not really We don't really have a way of dealing with carbon dioxide, apart from it sitting in our what's this called? Our mushroom farm, because they need to be in carbon dioxide to work. Come on, dig faster. Okay, that looks like a fairly safe zone. So we want abyssalite, igneous rock. Igneous rock there, there, and there. I'm going to dig that one out, that one out, that one out, and straight across. Again, priority 8. Priority 9, submit bioscan. And that'll get us access to whatever's in this room. Same time, I could build a ladder up. And we could go exploring north. We're going to actually go exploring north in quite a few areas. I don't really want to at this stage. I just want to show you guys to demonstrate how you can do a certain amount of exploring without an exosuit. Exosuits are obviously very important. They do let you bypass... Oh, good one, JD. You built the ladder in the wrong spot. I built the ladder there. Yeah, good one, JD. Alright, let's look at our job screen really quickly. So we've got current morale 13. So I can't quite get you up to a seasoned miner. Who else is mastered? Kindness 4 can go up and be a plumber, because this is all more strength, more carry. And at the moment, I'm not going to move strength 5 off, who's our tinkerer, even though they could actually start on a tinkering job, because at the moment we really are prioritising digging. There is lots of digging to be done to both explore this way and to explore this way. We're not looking for anything in particular. A cold biome would be awesome. And we can see we've got one down here. We've got another one here we're about to expose. We have another piece of neutronium right here, which means there's another geyser right here. And yeah, another cold biome down here, which could have anything in it. Sleetweed, wheezeworts, which would be great to cool down our base. Potentially, if we unlock a oil fisher that's pumping out oil at 329 degrees, those wheezeworts could come in handy to cool down that really, 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 really hot oil. Alright, bioscan. It's still locked. You didn't like my bioscan? Don't you dare get stuck in. So this is a new one. It's a to-do list. So we have security door toggle. Oh, we've got a new neuro room. And a morb. Okay, so let's go through a morb. A morb is a critter that pumps out polluted oxygen. Every single time he bounces up and down, he pumps out a little bit of polluted oxygen. What I'm actually going to do, because I really don't want him in my base at this stage, ultra high priority, is I'm going to build that in. It's literally just a lip. Actually, don't need to be that big. 3 tiles high is all you need, so our mob can't jump into the base. You're going this way for oxygen? Yep, there's enough polluted oxygen down there that we can breathe. Okay, rummage through there, rummage through there. Each of these items you can inspect. They'll give you insights into the storyline. I really recommend that you read them. Some of them are really, really funny. Some of them give you history about some of the dupes and why their names are what their names are. Do not let the mob in. Go this way, mob. Go this way. Like, pretty nice. So, we've got a snazzy suit, and a warm sweater. Who did we fry last time? Whose brain did we fry last time? Okay, because I just saw it. Probably 5. Change those 2 tiles over. Vitals. Okay. Our scientist. It was our scientist. So learning +5. Guess who's going to have their brain fried again? Learning +5. I do recommend you take a save before frying a dupe's brain. Before refrying a dupe's brain. Just in case they're at their maximum number of traits and they can't get any more. The other thing I always recommend is when you get access to these areas is run a deconstruction planner over them. Like all this is obsidian, it all could be helpful. Rock Crusher! So this is all copper ore. Along with all these ground tiles are also copper ore, we could grab those as well. All these insulated tiles are obsidian. Again, we can get a ton of materials out of there. As you can see, we've now got to the right-hand edge of the base with a really, really stuck, confused Drecker. Sorry, dude. That's where the random seed put you. With entombed wheezeworts and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so this is the right-hand side of the map. If we go look at the left-hand side, which hopefully they've been digging at. Yeah, they have. We can then... Technically, I could dig through this abyssalite and straight up to avoid the coal biome. The coal biome is not that bad a thing, or not something to avoid. Legitimately, you'll go in here and you'll grab wheezeworts. All these sleep weeds, wheats are worth naturally harvesting. I really recommend not digging them up. Just naturally farm them. Down here we can see buried. We have an anti-entropy thermo nullifier. Basically, if you pump a little bit of hydrogen here, it makes it, well, absorbs and neutralizes heat energy when submersed in hydrogen. It just takes a really tiniest amount of hydrogen and pumps out, I only remember the number in watts. It used to be 400 watts of cooling power, which is a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, we've got access to that. We've got access to a morb. Wherever he's gone, right there. And we've done a bit of exploring. We now know a little bit more about the map. We haven't reached the left-hand side. We obviously haven't reached the top. We haven't reached the bottom. We don't need to dig down so much anymore if we can get this guy to produce oil and actually cool it down. Cooling down the oil is probably going to be our biggest challenge. Along with... we can always use some of the cool temperature out of these cold biomes to help aid us with that cooling down the hot oil. On top of that, we do need to access this water. We're not using water at an alarming rate. If we look at our water, in fact, this is using a trickle of water. It is because we're only running 8 dupes. If you're running twice the amount, you'd obviously be using twice the amount of water. A lot of the water is coming from our recycling system of recycling, all our dirty water to pump it back in into turning into oxygen, which is why we have, I guarantee you, there is some food poisoning germs out there. There's also some slime lung germs, which will die off. Oh, it's coming from this bit of polluted oxygen up here. So ideally I need to put down a deodorizer up there and clear out that little bit of nastiness. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here for a slightly shorter episode. Next episode, we're going to probably look at this oil. Along with maybe another type of farm. I've got to look to see whether we've got enough room, which could be the catch. If not, maybe we'll look at putting down some exosuits so that then we can go dig into the more toxic areas and insulate our dupes from that nastiness. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this little tutorial series. I will see you guys in the next one where we move forth and look at a whole new different farm system, I think. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.